What's going on, guys? This is Carroll here with MyMMAnews.com on Carroll's Corner MMA podcast. We're being joined by Chris Bladon from Team England over across the pond. Chris, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. You okay?
Awesome. So, Chris, you and your team are coming over for Jackhammer Fights English Invasion 3. Tell us a little bit about that and how excited you guys are to be coming over to the States.
Yeah, we're quite excited. It's a good opportunity. Obviously, it's not just myself. We're coming over with a team that only live 2 minutes down the road. Obviously, I've got Gavin Burrows, which is quite a good relationship really, because obviously we were student and coaches. We've grown up, and now we've coming together to form one team. So yeah, I brought Bobby Campbell over with one of his fighters to England on a show. I think it was about 2015. I brought him over. And to be fair, we kicked your ass. And now we're going to do it again.
Yeah, Team England had a great showing last time at English Invasion 2 for Jackhammer's promotion. This is the rubber match because the first one, Team USA won. Tell us a little bit about the fighters that you train in your gym, and tell us a little bit about them going forward into this fight.
Okay, I'll go from bottom to top really. I'll go with. We've had a few pullouts due to work commitments and injuries, etc. So we've got Hayley Boot. She stepped in. She's fighting. I believe she's fighting
Jamie Butcher.
That's it, Butcher. Yeah. So that'll be a tough fight for Hayley. But as a gym, we're willing to push it out there. We're not afraid to fight anyone and anyone wherever we go. So yeah, I think Hayley's got a good fight on her hands there. Then we've got a young girl, Grace Partridge. She's taking on Sophia. She stepped in for like last minute. She's only had a few fights herself, but obviously this will be a real good experience for her. And then we come on to the Evans twins. And well, we've got Owen Evans, who's K1. Over here, he's unbeaten at the moment in K1 at his weight, which is minus 65. He's fought some fantastic opponents, from like France, Portugal, Ireland, and to be fair, this is a bigger trip because we're coming over to America now, New York. And then we've got Zach Evans, who we call him the Mask. He comes out, and I'm sure he'll give you the show that you all wish to see. His performance has got better, as in his entrance has got better. Obviously, we need to sort out some good music because his music is shit. but yeah, other than that, his parade and everything that he does is top quality. And his record is 26 fights, 26 wins, undefeated. He holds 4 different world titles under different associations. So this will be a good fight for him. Yeah, we wanted him to fight Bobby Campbell, but Bobby Campbell said he's too old. So, it's one of them.
Definitely. Now, what do you guys learn from coming over to the States and fighting over here and then going back to England and fighting in Europe? Is there anything that you guys learned from the different styles or the different types of techniques, I guess you could say, that you may see over here?
No, normally it's the rules. I'm led to believe that obviously you allow spinning back fists, which we allow over here, but it's normally on some associations only allow it on professional fights if you're a professional, or certain high like titles like European titles sort of things. So that'll be a learning curve if obviously that's allowed in your normal standard rules. Normally it's just meeting new people. That's what you're up against. Different styles. Obviously, you go different places, and you just pick up things that they learn. Yeah, you come across and you adapt to it, and then you think, well, the moment you stop learning is the moment that you start going downhill, I think. You got to put it out there.
Definitely. So tell us a little bit about training and how training's gone for everyone so far, and what are you guys leading up to the travel, and then after the travel, will there be a little bit more training or anything before weigh-ins?
I haven't spoken to Bobby yet about when we actually can fly, what our dates are that we can actually come out. But I mean, some of our guys have took fights, recent fights. I mean, Owen only fought last week. Haley Boot fought last week. So we've got you know, I mean, Zach Evans will be coming from a hard fight. He's got a fight in Scotland against a real tough opponent like Dean Sutherland. So for us, these are all part of our training camp. So yeah, so we keep ourselves active quite regularly and just hope that we don't get injured on the way. But yeah, we train hard. We do a lot of drills, a lot of circuits, a lot of fitness. So yeah, so regarding coming into the show, if we obviously it depends on when we come out. Obviously, we've got to get acclimatised to the jet lag. Once we get acclimatised, we move forward and then see where we are. Sometimes we just generally rest because we've done all our hard work coming up to the fight. If we can catch, say, a Thursday flight flying out, obviously we'll probably land either late Thursday afternoon or Friday, and then it'll just be a case of chilling and then getting ready for the big fight on the Sunday.
Definitely. I guess do you guys what was the word I was going to use? Well, so you got your fighters coming over. Is there any one big thing that's standing in front of you that you think that may hinder your performance while you're in America?
It just depends on the. Obviously, we've got like a good. It's an 8 hour flight plus the 2 hours in the airport beforehand. Obviously, I think the best way for us to get to you guys is to London, so that's another 2 hours. So for us, you're talking like a 12-hour journey. Then obviously, whatever it is your end, that can take it out here. But we're hoping that I'm led to believe you're 4 hours behind us, so we landing and our clocks go back. So that probably gives us time to refuel, and we can climatise and get used to sort of the jet lag sort of thing. But I think a lot of these guys will be working off pure excitement, because it's probably the furthest that some of them have ever travelled to fight. I would say that it is the furthest that they've travelled to fight. I mean, obviously France, Poland, Spain. That's only like a couple of hours flight from us. Where we're talking like 8 hours trip. So yeah, I think excitement will come into play. It's like waiting for Christmas, isn't it? Sometimes when you're going on a trip, you can't wait for it.
Definitely. Now, how do you prepare your fighters for a fight? Do you guys just kind of stay your style and don't really watch video, or do you guys search for video on the internet and try to watch as much as you can of your opponent? Or you guys just mentality, we're gonna do what we do, and they have to stop us?
There is. I'm 90%. I'm a guy that I like to read a fight and I sort of work out people and see what they're going during the fight. But I'm a big believer of let them worry about you rather than you worry about them. Because I think the moment you start worrying about your opponent is the time that you're taking your eye off the ball. It's okay. Obviously, you've got to be prepared for certain styles that they throw, for certain techniques. But for me, I'm not one of these guys that go into it, sitting and watching YouTube videos of fighters and whatever, because I could fight you and then I could fight somebody else, and they're two totally different fights. How someone had come up against, say, Zach might be different how someone had come up against Owen. So I'm a big believer of fight your own fight, go in there with your own belief and make them worry about us rather than us worry about them. We train hard, we're fit and we're ready for it. That's what I look at. Make them worry about us.
Excellent, awesome. Do you guys have any sponsors helping you, pay for travel or anything like that, or pay for your training leading up to this fight?
Some of the guys have got a few sponsors, like donations, should I say. I mean, the Evans twins, they put a donation page in there to help them. Haley Boot, she's managed to get 2 little sponsors. She's got Daniel Rose Plumbing, who's a local firm by us, and she's also got Studio 42 Tattooist, which they've supported her since day one. Really, they've supported her. They push it out. They do all the local tattooing and where we're from, sort of thing. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I'm back. But other than that, it's that's it really. I mean, for me as a coach, it's always hard to get sponsored because people just presume that like, oh, you're the coach, you get everything paid for, you must be minted and whatever. But I think people forget like that. As a coach, you put so much energy in your own time and your own finances into getting fighters where they are. I think they forget that like everything, you haven't got deep pockets. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Now I've seen JJ Tonks fight. I've seen Rachel Ball fight. When they came over, England had some great footwork, some quick strikes. Tell me, I guess a little bit of what you've seen, where you see the difference in United States versus England in kickboxing.
Obviously, I haven't got much to go on really. I mean, I know you lot are mainly K1 over there, and you know, you like your K1, you like your low kicks and whatever. Over here, full contact's still a big thing, sort of thing. Although it's slowly going to K1, or some people are taking it K1. It's still a big thing over here, full contact. So it's always kicks above the waist, sort of thing. And the one thing that I think from where we are, what I've seen, obviously I've seen Rachel Ball. I saw her win her first. I watched her win her first world title. I watched her win her last world title, I think. Did I? Oh no, she went to Scotland to win that. But yeah, I mean, I've watched JJ Tonks. I watched him win his world title. They're good characters, you know. They've got their own style. I mean, that's a good thing about us. You come from. We've got two different gyms, and at the two different gyms, we've got 6 different fighters, and each fighter has got their own style. You know, you can't trace it back and say, oh, they've got the Chris Bladon trademark or they've got the Gavin Burrows trademark, because what we do is we just train them and let them flow. Whatever they find natural, we use that and then add to it. You know, like some of them are southpaw, some of them might be orthodox. You know, we just adapt to them. So they've got their own style. You know, because obviously you'd just be robotic if everybody had their own. You know, if it was all one way. But regarding footwork, I think you guys are going to struggle. I'm going to put it out there. I think you're going to. I ain't taking the piss. I think you're going to struggle. I mean, you got 2 of the best lads at their weight coming over, which is obviously you got Tom Pye and you got JJ Tonks. Obviously you've seen JJ before. If you think JJ is good, then Tom Pye is like a big massive powerhouse. That's one of Gavin's lads. When it comes to foot movement, I think Zach Evans is class. Honestly, I think it's a shame that full contact isn't out there, because this kid would be a millionaire. His footwork and everything is that good, you know. And Owen Evans, obviously, he's got his K1, which I always seem that K1 is very, it's not as fast or it's not as energetic as what the full contact is. But like I say, we've all got different styles, you know, and then you've got Hayley Boot and the Grace, that they're more like at the intermediate sort of national level, but we're coming over to give them experience, you know. Mm-hmm. The only way to get better, is to find better people. You know, whatever we do, however they get on, we take away from it. If for me, win or lose, it doesn't matter. You know, we're here to learn and take it back and move on. But I think the question you need to be asking is, what are you guys going to learn from us? That's the question.
And that is most definitely what I will be asking them for sure. Well, I also have a question because Bobby, he has the beer Olympics, as he calls it, afterwards. He wants to make sure that you guys are ready to drink some beers at the after party after you both Team England and Team USA fight.
All I'm going to say is, right, it's a good job Bobby fights better than what he can drink. Because the last time he come to England, his missus had to put him into bed. Let's just leave it at that. So I've got no worries about him. I hope he's got a good team behind him, because he's rubbish. He can't drink for toffee.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Chris Bladon, to sit down and talk about upcoming travels to the United States to fight on Jackhammer Promotions English Invasion 3. So thank you for taking the time, and best of luck when you guys come over, and looking forward to meeting you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
Guys, this is Kyle Carroll on Carroll's MMA Corner. Make sure you check out the interview on mymmanews.com, as well as Jackhammer Promotions fight April 15th when Team England comes over and invades the United States. Team USA versus Team England. Should be a great show. Always is. Looking forward to it. Chris, once again, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for having us. And that word that you said there, invade. Yeah, you got that right. Come in. We're taking you back. We're going to take back what's ours.
Well, thank you for taking the time. And ladies and gentlemen, we're out. Have a good one.